Alrighty, so first off, this is a supporting standard, which means it may or may not be on your STAR test. I can't tell you yes it will be or no it will not be. I wish I could, but I don't know what's on the test. So we're going to solve problems using involving direct variation. So what does this mean? There is no b. This is y equals kx or y equals mx. So direct variation is another way of describing a relationship between x and y. That is what? If I can straight up divide it, what do I know about this? Is it proportional or not proportional? Proportional. Proportional. Good job, y'all. So in direct variation, one variable will always be a constant multiple of the other. That means you're multiplying something by x to get y. Y'all good with that? So situation, so constant of proportionality, that's that whole k thing, which I'm going to go ahead and put k right here. Or you also might think of this as y equals mx. M, k, and a, they're all the same thing. It's just a number you're multiplying by your variable. This is your per, your each, your every. So, what do you think our letter is there? K. And what's our ratio for k? What do we divide? What divided by what? Y over x. Yeah? Say it loud, say it proud. All right, to solve for k, what are we doing with y and x? Dividing. I'm pretty sure y'all could have done this page by yourself. No, you don't think so? Why not? You also got some notes here too. So what I want y'all to think about is some ways that maybe we could remember some of this. So be thinking on that. Because let's be honest, sometimes y'all are a lot more creative than I am. All right, so how do I figure out k given a y and an x? What do I do? Y over x. So what's my y? What's my x? So what is 6 over 9 simplified? So remember, anytime you're simplifying, you always want to make sure that wherever your smaller number is, that it stays in the same spot. So if 6 is smaller than 9, then 2's got to be on top. Y'all good with that? So then what's my equation? Y equals what? Okay, what's my k? 2 over 3. All right, y'all think you're good? Can we do the next one? All right. So how do I set this up? Y over x. And what is y? 18 over 2. So what's my k? Yeah, 15 over 2. I can't count by 2's to get to 15. So what's my equation? Y equals 15 over 2x. All right, what's my next one? What do I write first? And then? And k is? And my equation is? Negative 6 x. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, this one looks a little trickier. So what do I do? So y over x, and then what? Do I have to convert it? No. So what have I been doing? What's my y? Over what? Is it 4? It's 1 over 4. So now we need to put this in your calculator. Yep, we're going to put this in exactly the way you see it. So do alpha y equals. And then you're going to do 7 on the top. And then at the bottom, you're going to do alpha y equals again because you want it over another fraction.
Oh.
Oh.
I got 28.
I also got 28.
Is anybody not sure how they got 28?
I'm not sure.
I got 28. Anybody have any problems getting 28? Did you see how we got 28?
I have my calculator.
Try it.
7 times 4.
All right, so guys, for those of you who just missed that question, from 6th grade, if you remember correctly, what we are doing is doing 7 divided by 1 over 4, which in 6th grade, your 6th grade teachers all taught you 7, keep, change, flip. That's how we got the 28. But on the off chance you do not remember that, your calculator can do it. Just remember to do the alpha y equals. And then if you need fractions on top and fractions on bottom, that's how you do it. All right, so how do I do the next one?
4 over 4.
So y over x first, and then 4 over 5 over 4. So how do I put this in a calculator?
Alpha y equals, put the 4 over 5 on top and then the 4 on bottom.
So I need to put another alpha y equals because otherwise I don't get that extra fraction.
Are we going to do equation for number 4?
We are. Thank you for catching that. What do we got for an equation?
Y equals 1/5.
Hold on. We got our number 4. Gracie reminded me we didn't do number 4.
I ate
Okay, I heard 28x. All right, so now, what did y'all get? 1/5? Okay. That's because you did so do alpha y equals. Guys, if you get something different than what we got, let me know. So push 1.
I got 16 over 5.
Now we're going to do alpha y equals again. And push 1. Now do 4 over 5. And then arrow down and then put 4. Because you didn't have the fraction on top. You had 4 over, then you had the fraction.
It's the wrong way.
So if you got 16 over 5, what you did was you did not do a second alpha y equals first. And then alpha y equals again.
Oh, wait.
Alpha y equals again. And then push in. There you go. Now you got your fraction on the top. Because remember, I need this as a fraction by itself. And then my dig stuff. All right, so what's my equation here? All right. I'm hearing a lot of O's. I love that sound. All right, any questions up to here?
No, man.
Are y'all good? Thank you for that catch. All right, so the next one down. We're going to go ahead and set it up again. So what do I write first? Y over x. All right, then what? 24 over, and then I've got my fractions. So I need to do the alpha y equals twice on the bottom, not the top. So alpha y equals, put in your 24, arrow down, alpha y equals again, because I want to put the fraction underneath the fraction bar.
Is that not right?
Okay, so what you did was you put the fraction on the top, and then you did the bottom number. So we need to do just the alpha y equals, and then push 24, and then arrow down, and then do your alpha y equals again. See how now you have a fraction underneath your fraction bar?
Yeah.
And what'd y'all get again?
36.
So, obviously we know that if we're dividing it by 2/3, then our number's got to get bigger. So if your number got smaller, it's probably because you put your fraction in the wrong spot. All right, so y'all got that last?
Oh.
I'm sorry. Take deep breaths. All right, any questions up to here?
No, ma'am.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go to the next page. I know some of y'all can just look over on your next page. Some of y'all need to flip. Does anybody need more time to write this down?
Can I go get a drink of water?
A moment. Because I'm afraid if you start moving too much, you might topple over. Okay, so. All right, so this time we're going to match the answers. But that means we first got to do what? We got to solve them first. We can't just try to do it by ourselves. All right, so what do I do first? Y over x. So same process.
Always Y over X, right?
Is always y over x. Let me tune this down just here.
I asked Wes for a new charger, and he said, sure. Is it Lightning or USB-C? That's Lightning, right?
Yeah, it's not a USB-C.
Okay.
It's the iPad charger. Well, tell him it's an old school iPad. All right, so this one, what do I do? Okay, so this one, instead of doing alpha y equals 1 on the bottom, I'm going to do alpha y equals 2. That might help. But I need to do that at the bottom of my fraction. So that means I got to do the alpha y equals 1 first. Does that help? Writing it out? Y'all get 2? All right, so what is that one? So B. All right, any questions up to here? 2x. Good question. Guys, I would rather you ask, even if you think it's the dumbest question ever, I would rather you ask than be sitting there wondering. Good question. Because I know somebody else had that too. All right, how do I do the next one? So y over x. So that means I need 10 over 20 over 3. Which is what?
3 over 3 over 2.
3 over 2.
Which is D.
So which is D? Okay. How do I do the next one? Y'all talk me through this.
So you put alpha y equals, and you press 1, and you put 36 over 50.
And then, hold on. I'm on number 9.
Oh.
And then,
You put 11 over, and then you press alpha y equals 2, but negative 5 over 1 over 2.
and I'm going to just beg a guess here that this is going to be negative 2x. Well, there's only one negative in the entire problems. So I know that if I divide by one negative, my answer is negative. All right, how do I do the next one?
Put 36 over
Okay, so first I got to do y over x, because that way I know which one's which. So 36 over 54. Oh, that one's a simple one. All I have to do is just alpha y equals 1 only. And I'm hearing 2 over 3, which is which one?
E.
E. So that means I already marked these out. Should I not do the last one and just assume it's C?
You should make sure before you do it.
Yeah, I say let's make sure because we could have made a mistake. Okay, so how do I do this?
You press alpha y equals 5 over 6, and then press alpha y equals 2 over, and then you put 1, and then 2 over 3 is equals.
So I'm going to put on there 2 times for that one.
Yeah.
And then 1 and 2 over 3. So that'd be alpha y equals 2. And you got 1/2? All right, so they are saying it does work. So it's C. All right, any questions at all?
No.
Lindsay, you good? You good? Any questions on this? You good on how we put this in the calculator?
Yes, ma'am.
Fabulous. Okay, I'm going to actually have y'all do number 13, but we're going to do number 12 together. Yes, Kate? You got a what? Oh, I see what happened. So we're going to go up into it. Click it. Go ahead and click enter. And guys, if you ever want to change anything, all you have to do is actually go into the problem. So scroll up. Nope, too much. Scroll over. What's it supposed to be? 5/7 or 5/6?
You missed.
So go ahead and change that to a 6, and then push enter. There you go. And guys, anytime you get a weird answer, don't just assume that it's wrong. Look at what you got first. Because if you look at what you got first, then we can figure it out. All right, so let's look at this one. This one's a little trickier.
You should open your binder.
So it tells us we are going to do that value of x varies directly with y, and when x is equal to 1/2, y equals 20. So first off, we got to know what the direct variation is. So y over x. And then what am I putting in? 20 over 1/2. And what do you get? 40. That means your k is 40. So remember, we get this as our lovely thing here, right? So knowing that this right here is our equation, we're trying to find what? The value of what? Is it? Are we looking for 1/4? No, it's telling us x is 1/4. We're looking for y.
Is this proportional?
It is proportional because we have a direct variation. Anytime we have direct variation, it is always proportional. So, if you see direct variation, it's automatically proportional. Y'all good at that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you're not, tell me. Like, we'll figure out a way to have this work. Okay, so knowing this, what could y be? What do we know?
Why?
Do we know y?
It's 20.
Do we know y?
Oh,
No,
no.
we don't. We know it on the first one, but we don't know it on the second one, right? So we're going to put a y equals. That was only when x was 1/2 that the y was, or the k was 40. What else do we know? What is that 40 talking about? What is y over x equal?
20.
Y over x equals. So y over x equals k. So then what's that 40 talking about?
It's K.
It's your k. Now, we already have an equation here. Do we know k?
Yes.
What is k?
40.
Do we know our x?
Yes.
What is it?
1/4.
Now all we have to do is just multiply that. And then what's y?
It's 160.
Did you multiply by 1/4?
Oh. It's 10.
I like 10 better.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, we multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. So 40 times 1 is 40. Divided by 4 is 10. All right, any question? I'm going to open this. I'm wondering if my scent's getting to you. All right, I'm going to have y'all try number 13. And